If the actual yield of a reaction is 6.20 grams and the theoretical yield was 8.50 grams, then this means that I had a 72.9% yield for this reaction. And if you want to know what percent yield means and how you can calculate it, then you should stick around for this video because I'm going to show you all the ways in which you can calculate percent yield and actually what this value means. You see, percent yield isn't just some number that you use in your homework. It actually tells you how efficient a reaction was. And chemists and pharmacists and engineers use this value every day to tell you how good of a job you're doing when doing your chemistry. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to calculate percent yield, what actual versus theoretical yield actually means, and also give you some practice problems that should help you for your next exam. When calculating percent yield, you can use the formula of the actual yield in the numerator. So the actual yield will be on top, and that will be divided by the theoretical yield, or when you did your calculation, how much yield you should have gotten when you ran this reaction. And you take those two values and you multiply by 100%, and this will give you the percent yield for your reaction. So the theoretical yield is how much you calculated that you should get when you run this reaction, and the actual yield is how much you actually got when you ran this reaction in the laboratory. And all we're doing is multiplying it by 100% to give us a percentage. One trick to make sure that you're not doing this wrong is that if you get a value that's over 100%, you should go back and check your numbers. It should be impossible to get over 100% yield. Let's take a look at a real example. Let's say that you calculated some theoretical yield for a reaction that you were going to go set up in the laboratory, and you determined that you should make 13.0 grams of the product for that reaction. That is going to be your theoretical yield, or how much you should make if everything goes according to plan. And now let's say you run the reaction and you find that you only made 3.50 grams of your product. And then since you're trying to determine the percent yield, you know that you need to multiply this value by 100% to get a percentage. And when you perform this calculation, you find that this equals 26.9%, which means that the efficiency of your reaction was 26.9%. And notice that I put the actual yield in the numerator and the theoretical yield in the denominator. And also, I did not forget to multiply by 100%. Each of these components are things that trip up students when performing their calculations. Sometimes they'll have these reversed, in which case you would definitely get a value over 100%, and you should know that you'll go back and check your answer. A couple other things that people get wrong when doing these calculations is that they don't convert to grams. So if you're given something in milligrams or kilograms, make sure that you're using the same units for mass when performing your percent yield calculations. Now it's your turn. Pause the video and try this problem independently, and then resume the video to check your answers. In this reaction, you were supposed to get 25.0 grams of sodium chloride. That, therefore, is our theoretical yield. When you actually ran this reaction, though, you only got 21.3 grams. So that is our actual yield. And remember, when performing these percent yield calculations, we're always using the actual divided by the theoretical, and using those values multiplied by 100% should give you the percent yield. So therefore, to answer this question, we need to make sure that we put 21.3 grams in the numerator, 25.0 grams in the denominator, and don't forget to multiply by 100%. And when you perform this calculation, you'll see that you'll get a value of 85.2% for your percent yield. And if you got this number, give yourself a high five. And I know it may seem trivial, but in real chemistry labs, percent yield is incredibly important. It helps you determine how efficient your reaction is. It can save you money, it can eliminate waste, and it's super important for chemists and engineers alike. And for chemistry exams, it's one extra way to earn points if you set it up correctly. If you check the description, I have thousands of practice problems that you can check out to help you ace your chemistry class. Drop a comment down below if you have any questions related to chemistry, and make sure that you subscribe to the channel so that you never miss out on another video. I'll see you next time.